Little Nitro.
Stacked.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. It is Tuesday, the 15th of November. We're almost to turkey season, almost to turkey day. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it this year for some reason. A lot more than I would be previously. Producer James is in the building. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good, man. West Washington is feeling a little bit under the weather. He will be absent from tonight.
You think
I think he's all right, man. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I hope he's okay. I hope nothing I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
Wes, we're thinking about you, buddy. Get well. Probably a little bit less of a vibrant show, more of probably a little bit more serious show. Some topics I wanted to talk about a little bit more, probably get into more of the UFC, but let's get into the NFL this week. We have a new king. Let's go ahead and not bury it. Are we good to go yet or not yet?
Give me a minute.
No problem. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of a transition. Dallas Cowboys coming off a huge loss this past weekend. Last night, the Washington Commanders take a big victory on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles, which is kind of balancing the power of the NFC East at this time. We saw a little bit of a chink in the armor. Hurts played well. He did turn the ball over. The defense for Philadelphia looked very good. Tyler Heineke was able to go ahead and produce that victory over the Philadelphia Eagles, which in turn is going to be – it puts Washington at 5-5. A loss gets put in the loss column for the Philadelphia Eagles. We know the Giants are humming at 6-2, or with 2 losses on the season. Coming into a game this weekend against the Houston Texans. I'm getting a notification. West Washington, get well, brother. We're thinking about you. Getting back on track, Dallas has a tough foe this weekend. Minnesota Vikings having to go to Minnesota. You think they stayed up there in the north because they just played Green Bay? You think they would stay close to the north or come back home?
You would think so, right?
I would think it would probably make a lot more sense for them to stay up north rather than come back and then have to fly back fly to Dallas and then back to Minnesota. At the same time, with that being said, Dallas Cowboys need help. Packers today released a couple of their, I guess, reserved, probably practice squad. I know Kylan Hill hasn't played much, but Amari Rodgers, he got himself fired last night. Sunday, he got himself fired whenever he turned the ball over on that punt return that kind of put Dallas in the driver's seat of that game until the very end, with the Packers pulling out the victory. In the end, you got me watching what you're doing over here. James is reframing a graphic, I would say, so that y'all could make it a little bit more digestible. But at the same time, Packers Thursday, big game for the week for them on Prime, Amazon Prime. You can catch the Paul Rodriguez Show on Amazon Prime or Amazon Music, right? Amazon Music, Amazon Audible, Google Podcast, anywhere pretty much except for Apple. We're not on Apple yet.
No, not yet.
You have to figure that one out. That one's a little bit tricky for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think it's because I have an Android phone. That's probably what it is, right?
That's totally it.
That's like they're like, oh, you're not in the gang.
Yeah, phony.
Yeah, I don't even have an Apple computer. James does, but I don't. I'm just straight PC. I don't know. Am I weird?
No.
Why is it everybody got why do you have to be a part of the Apple gang? I'm gonna call it a gang or the crew. Why do you got to be Apple crew to be legit?
It's just,
you got Apple phone, you got Apple computer.
Yeah. Well, I used to be Android. I resisted for the longest time. I got every phone that was supposed to replicate the iPhone and that was supposed to compete with the iPhone.
But you know what I don't like about the iPhone? It's just that it's not Google friendly, and I like Google a lot. I shouldn't be, but I'm real loyal to Google just because it's so user friendly.
I like the iPhones, but I'm not so I don't really use the Mac a whole lot. I'd rather use PC and I have I have Google Drive and I have my Gmail and all that. I have it on the iPhone.
I'm the friend who nobody wants to admit they're like friends with me because in my contacts, I'm the one with the what is it?
Screw
the
up the group chat.
Am I the
Screw
green
it up.
message? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm the green message. I'm not certified. It's all good though. I've thought about it. Like it's time for me to get a new phone, but it's just I think what it's gonna have to end up happening is I'm gonna have to have two phones. I'm gonna have a phone so I can be in the gang. I'm gonna be a UC in there, and then I'm gonna have to have my Android like when I want to edit videos or if I want to like put it in, like if I'm sending stuff to the group, this and that. I feel more comfortable. But if I'm gonna make a phone call or send a text, I'll be legit because it'll be blue.
You're gonna get an iPhone and you're gonna be like, oh my god.
But that's the thing is my first smartphone was that's not true. This is how old I am. It was a BlackBerry. Yeah, bro.
Those are those still around?
That was like the Nokia brick. That was like the Nokia 3350. Yeah.
So you were like, oh, I have a full keyboard.
Bro, it was like I don't know. It was stupid. But then I got my parents felt sorry for me because like my siblings had a iPhone, like the first gen. And they were like, I was like, I don't want it. I got BlackBerry. I'm good. And they were like, no, you're getting an iPhone. So they like surprised me for Christmas. I was like, all right, I appreciate it. And then I was just like, oh yeah, it's cool because I'm in the group. And then I finally whatever. 3 years later, back to Android.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started off Android, then I went to iPhone. And look back. I think it was iPhone 5.
Yeah.
Here we are but I still have an 8. I haven't upgraded. Like I used to get an upgrade every 2 years, but they slow down your phone and all that, so you'd want to go in. But now I've been stuck at the 8.
I had a friend who bought a first gen iPhone and he just bought it because he was going to move it to a different carrier and like had to go out of the country for like a few years and then came back and forgot he had the iPhone. And then he found it like 15 years later. So he has like a brand new first gen iPhone in the box.
That's
unopened.
It's
got to be worth a lot of money.
That's worth a lot of money.
It's got to be worth a lot.
I saw that one had sold not too long ago for like a buttload of money.
Yeah. I don't know why we got on the iPhone thing. That's just kind of what popped up because Carla, shout out to Carla, she said that it is a gang. So, certified. Let's just be what it is. Back to the NFL. Thursday night, prime time. Oh, it was the Amazon thing that kind of got me into that tangent. But yeah, Amazon Thursday night. Green Bay Packers, home game, hosting the Tennessee Titans. Does Aaron Rodgers continue his dominance? I didn't get to see Aaron this afternoon on McAfee's show. It was a 20-minute interview. Previously, he's been doing about 40, 45 minutes. So is Aaron devoting more time with the young receivers? Is he kind of maybe forming more relationships? Is he doing more his due diligence? What do you think, James?
He wasn't on, you said?
He was, but he was on for 20 minutes instead of like
limited time.
His normal 40, 45.
That first gen iPhone sold for $39,000, by the way.
Yeah. Cash money.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I wouldn't be opposed to it if he's, taking time to focus on things on the field.
Do you think he told Gutekunst to like cut Amari? They're like,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Get that dude out of here.
I mean, he's not going to tell him to keep him.
Right.
Tell you that
especially
much.
with like let's put it this way: if they would have lost, it would have been a bigger problem.
I hate to dog a specific person, but oh my man,
that was a huge moment in that game.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time that this has happened. By far, it's not the first time.
Not at all. And he's been dropping. There was a couple of games where if he catches the ball, him or Romeo, like they win. Their record is they have 3 wins if Amari catches the ball for touchdowns, and so does Romeo. Those 3 different catches will be 3 different wins, in my opinion. Yeah. It is what it is. Back to the topic at hand. Derrick Henry, King Henry comes into town. What do you think the Packers are going to fare? How do you think they're going to do? Is it a game you're concerned about, or you're like, I'm confident what they did against Dallas, they're going to handle their business once it comes down to it?
Hopefully more of the same. That catching the ball first and foremost, running the ball, a lot of run. I feel like they just got to be a run heavy team right now, and just let it open up the pass game, and they got to catch the ball. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that was the biggest difference we saw last night. Then, or I keep saying last night. I meant to say Sunday night.
Did you rewatch?
I actually did rewatch it last night. I was going to rewatch it before the show yesterday, but I kind of got sidetracked into something else. Green Bay favored by 3 points at the house. That's a coin flip. So I think they got a lot of respect. Tannehill, I don't know if he's going to play. Malik Willis is going to be, I think, a tremendous quarterback once he figures it out. I think he's going to be along the lines of Lamar Jackson as soon as he can get things, filled out the right way. But until then, if Tannehill can go, Tannehill needs to play because they're going to be able to throw in Lambeau. What's the weather going to be like up there? Let me take quickly. You know what? I can't trust ESPN because last time they screwed me, and I had to give an apology to West Washington live on the air, and I had to eat my crow. So I'm not too sure. Let me pull up the Weather Channel. They're probably a little bit more of a verified source. I'd probably have to go with them.
Would you go last time, AccuWeather?
Yeah, sorry ass AccuWeather sold me up the creek without a paddle, bastards.
Cooper Kupp, IR.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 games he's out for sure.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
He's getting surgery apparently on his ankle.
So is he done?
No, I don't think. I think it's like a 4 to 6 week thing. I want to say
4 to 6 weeks. That's going to be right before the playoffs. That if they
make it.
They make it, that's going to be one of those things. Come on, give me the daily, bro. Thursday night, 22 degrees. 22 and clear in Lambeau.
22?
22 degrees.
I hope we get it. That'll be a nice win.
That would be a good victory, and that's kind of what Rodgers has been talking about. He goes, if we can get these two games at home, we'll be right back in the mix. So right now they're 4-6?
Yeah.
And so they'll be 5-6, and then they'll have a little bit of a home stretch within the division, maybe a little bit easier pickings.
Yeah, he's gonna miss. Cooper Kupp's gonna miss at least 4 games.
Yeah, you have to when you're going to IR. That's a minimum of 4 games.
Yeah, they said that this tightrope procedure that will be performed on Kupp typically has a recovery time of 5 to 6 weeks. It's a high ankle sprain.
I would say give him 6 weeks. That means he'll be right there in the middle of or at the end of December, so that he'll be able to kind of come back. And maybe he'll be in time back for Christmas. But I would still kind of give it a little bit more time. Zeke's supposed to be coming back this week for the Dallas Cowboys as they take on the Vikings. That'll be another big game. Do we want to drop the graphic now? We got to give it up. We got to give it to the king in the north, West Washington. Crown is on the way. Has a 1-game lead over myself. James is crawling back. He's above 500. You can see the picks there. We love Green Bay. We love the Bears. Clean sweep. Buffalo, clean sweep. Did he pick Philly? I don't think he picked Philly. Let me double check. I don't think he picked Philly, but let me double check.
Yeah, I don't see him picking Philly.
No, he picked Indy.
Indy, you picked Philly.
I picked Philly. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm on Philly. Wes is on Indy. Let me see if the rest of that's right.
The way they're
like the
organized
Jets.
in the spreadsheet, it's like I think it's Wes, you, and then me. But then on here, they're you, Wes, and then me.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. Actually, you said you liked Philadelphia too,
Damn.
according to your column.
Yeah.
So do you like Philly or you like Indianapolis?
No, I like Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you got the all wrong.
Yeah.
The Jets, that looks right. Baltimore, we all like Baltimore. We all like the Giants. We all like New Orleans. We all like the Commanders, especially over Houston. I can't believe it, man. I did not think the way this season started, how Russell Wilson was just playing like dog shit, we would be here over the halfway mark, and we're all picking the Broncos over the Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders they're a mess.
They're 2-7.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs are having a tremendous year right now, but Carson Wentz and the defense just can't get it together. I drafted John Jones's brother. What's his name? Chandler. The one that plays for the Raiders. He's just hasn't done anything for me all year. I mean, his brother Chris in Kansas City is doing fantastic, but Chandler just for some reason can't put it together. I'm just kind of curious if that's more of if it's a mindset or if he's hurt. Like Randy Gregory was playing like dog shit too for Denver, But he went on IR, and he's been out for like 8 weeks. No, probably not 8, but 7 weeks now. And that was because he had an injury that hasn't been disclosed. And then when he went into IR, he was able to kind of become known. So that was the reason why he was having that, I guess that injury. Maybe Dallas knew what they were doing by letting him kind of go off to Denver, because there was that clause.
Yeah.
And maybe because of that clause, he was able to handle maybe some of the injuries, right? And so now that clause is in there, they got to pay him regardless.
Makes sense.
Talking about cannabis, people. That's what we're talking about. I like Dallas. Everybody else likes Minnesota. Haters. We all like Cincy. We all like KC. And we all like San Francisco at the end of the week. Oh, nice little message from the foes.
I don't love the Bears. I just picked them to win.
Why did you pick them to win?
I mean, Atlanta.
Because Mariota's hot garbage.
Yeah.
he's hot garbage.
Yeah.
It's a bad team over there.
Yeah.
Although if Cordell Patterson, I should say Cordell, if Cordell Patterson plays, he could ball out. He could kind of go. But we'll see. Mariota, dude, he looked rough. He even still gets like 15 points in fantasy, but he looks so horrible throwing the ball and like getting first downs and throwing from his back. And I'm just like, what are you really thinking about when you're trying to throw this ball in the air? This ain't Oregon. This ain't the Pac-12, bro. You're going to have to like seriously go on another level to kind of get this ball where you're trying to get to go.
What was going through his mind?
He's probably trying to make a play. He wants to do something outside of himself. And when you do that, you turn the ball over. And it's just rough that way. It sucks, but Justin Fields, I think, is going to have a huge game this coming Sunday.
Fields top 5?
Justin Fields?
Don't think about it.
Top 5? No. But I'm trying to figure out where would I put him.
Yeah.
I'm probably top 15 right now. He hadn't figured it out, man. He hadn't figured out how to play quarterback. He's just playing football right now. When he starts learning how to read defenses and when he can get good communication and good chemistry with his receivers and that O-line, they get a couple of more pieces on the offensive line who can protect him, and then he can get into the pocket and then get the ball where it needs to go. You're going to see I'm going to go there. You're going to see Michael Vick 2.0, just a taller version. I think we could see that. I'm excited for him. And then the young pieces they're building together, they need a number 1 receiver. They need a left tackle. And they got good backs. They got Montgomery. They got Kmet.
Who's coaching over there?
Kmet's the tight end. I like him too. He's young.
Who's coaching?
Who's the coach where?
Chicago.
Carla, help us out. I can't think off the top of my head. I mean, we could Google it, but no, I forgot his name. That's the guy I'm thinking about Denver's head coach. That was the former OC for Green Bay. Yeah, that's right. That's very right. That's right, Carla. He broke Vic's records last week. Who is it? I figured you would help me with this one.
I was waiting on the Bears fan.
Well, it takes like a 4 or 5 minute delay. Hold on. I'm going to come and get it right now. Matt Eberflus. That's right, Matt Eberflus. But who is a defensive minded? He was the DC from the Colts 2 years ago. He was the defense coordinator. Yeah, Eberflus. See, very good. I knew he came from the Colts. I just didn't know his name. But it is neither here nor there. I want to say once again, congratulations to the fans. It was a fantastic drive for y'all getting us over 100 subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you very humbly. Thank you for that. It was a big memento. I give it all the glory goes to the fans. I appreciate y'all. It wouldn't be here. I couldn't do this job without, and I take it like a job. I have fun doing it, so it's not real work, but I treat it like a job. But I couldn't do this without James. I could not do this without Wes Washington and all the antics he pulls. I know we give each other a lot of grief. I know we talk a lot of smack, but it's all love over here. We're one unit, just truly united and trying to get this show to the best, get it to where it can be and to do it to the best of our ability. So we do appreciate y'all wholeheartedly. After the show tonight, I'm going to put up a quick short on YouTube. And on that short, we'll give you the instructions on how to enter to win that $100 bill. So stay tuned. You can see the short. It's going to get a lot of traffic. If those people who are going to see the short, subscribe and enter in the what you need to enter, then you'll be entered as well. So I'm not going to give away what it is quite yet. Just wait for the end of the show. There'll be a short. You can see it tomorrow. It's going to be up until, what are we thinking? Give it 2 weeks? Give it a week and a half? How long do you think?
2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Just to let everybody kind of find it, because not everybody's on YouTube. People have families. They got jobs. But if you do hit the bell, hit the notifications, you'll get that short sent straight to your phone once it goes live. And it'll probably be up before 10 o'clock tonight. 10 o'clock Central Standard here in the great state of Texas.
I don't know. It might be. I mean, it sounds good to do it. Little Thanksgiving treat.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like, what if we do it that Wednesday, right? Do the drawing Tuesday, announce the winner Wednesday, and you have that $100 bill for Thanksgiving.
Get your little jingle.
Yeah, let your little jingle. There you go. For the people who know, of the dark side people, they may know. Shout out to everybody watching. We do appreciate you. Carla Johnson, man, we're going to have to do something for her. I know I shouldn't have said her last name, but I said it. Everybody can see it. She's like the super fan. She's always in the chat. She's always in the comments. I know you Bear fans and you Packer fans, butt heads, but I think at the end of the day, it's all love.
Yeah.
As at least a handshake, I would say. At least a handshake.
Why not?
Why not? Very good, James. Why not? 7:57. Let's get into a quick break. When we come back, we'll dabble a little bit more in the NFL. We displayed the graphic. We have a new king. Shout out to the king in the North, West Washington. And when I say the North, I mean North Texas. But it is what it is. I hope you get better, buddy. We'll go ahead and, get into the mix a little bit more. This is going to be more of a little bit of a UFC. My man Kane got released. Shout out to Kane. Keep your head up, brother. Keep doing well. We're going to talk about you a little bit. Hopefully get some good publicity. Any man trying to protect his family from deviants does not need to go to jail. I'm just going to leave it right there. We're back. Welcome back to the show. Let's get into a little bit of UFC talk. We're probably going to lose some viewers, but that's all right. UFC 281 this past weekend. New champions were crowned, two new champions were crowned. I know probably to the dismay of James, but Israel Adesanya is defeated by, say his name for me. Pereira.
What is his first name?
All I know is I saw the highlights of the finish, and it looks like Izzy had it in hand the whole 5 rounds, and then just that last 2 minutes of the 5th round, he just got caught. And Pereira's a big dude. He's got a lot of power in those hands, and he was able to finish him. Mm-hmm. Then
Zhang Weili.
Zhang Weili. There you go. Don't put some respect on her name. She probably whipped my ass too.
I knew she was gonna win.
You think so?
Yeah, Carla Esparza, I don't know.
How did she take the title from was from Rose, right?
Yeah.
How did she?
I don't know. That was that boring ass fight.
Yeah. Straight up wrestling the whole time.
It's like one of the boringest fights of all time.
So do we think we're gonna have a new setup for Rose Weili 3?
I think they're gonna do
or is my girlfriend gonna get a shot?
No, she's Valentina. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they might
that's 125, right?
Set up. Yeah, they'll probably try and set up Rose and Weili 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I wouldn't mind seeing it, especially when the first one ended in was it a draw?
No, it was it was a win for Weili, right? And then the second one, Rose head kicked her.
Yeah,
or it was the other way. Right. I don't know.
All I know is Rose had the belt last. Yeah. That's what I do know. Rose had the belt last. But Pereira at what is it? That's middleweight or is that lightweight?
That's 180, 185.
So at lightweight, Pereira, we're gonna have it they're just gonna run that back, you think? 6-7 months?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Because I don't think there's anybody right now in the middleweight or in the lightweight who's gonna be able to keep up.
I know Hamza called him out, but
at 185.
I think he wants to fight. Well, he just went to he just said that he was
Pereira's 6'4", bro.
Welterweight. He's gonna I think he's gonna stay at 170. Or no, I think because he had trouble making the Diaz fight that was at 170, right?
That was at 170.
So then he moved up to 185. Hamza
Chimaev.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's what they're gonna try and do.
That's to do with the big nose and the big beard.
The beard, yeah.
I don't know, dude. Has he been accepted by the Dagestani clan? Did they bury that beef?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so on the Rose and Weili, this was at UFC 268, November 6th in 2021. Rose won by decision. Yeah, Rose won by decision. And then the second one, she also won, but that one was by head kick.
So Rose finished her twice.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't.
She didn't finish her twice, but she beat her twice. The first one was decision, and the second one was KO.
I can tell my story.
Right. Fair enough.
I know you were gonna. I was like, I know that. Dustin Poirier, man, just handling Chandler.
Yeah.
All due respect to Chandler, but he handled. And I was like, I didn't think it was going to be that kind of fight.
Really?
Yeah, but I get it. Chandler's, he's 38, 39 years old. Poirier's, in his mid-30s?
That fight could easily headline its own pay-per-view.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I don't even think there was that much fanfare built around that fight. They could have hyped it up way more.
Yeah, that was fight of the night.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So where's
back
this?
and forth. Chandler had him caught. Chandler caught him.
Yeah.
And then Poirier, they're just two dogs. And something from this fight, and I heard Poirier, he tells Michael Chandler at the end, and I thought about it. I was like, man, that's so cool. He goes, hey, Mike. He goes, all respect to you, man. He goes, I was afraid to fight you, bro. And then he goes, hey, but without fear, there is no bravery. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, that's true, dude. Because everyone tries to act like a hard ass, you know what I mean? Which it's like a natural man thing, But first of all, it's something to admit that, oh yeah, I was scared, especially against scared of or to fight another man, and then, but to say, well, without fear, there is no bravery. Correct. Which, you can't be brave if you're not scared or fear of something. You know what I mean?
It's like the poet 50 Cent said, joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
It's totally true.
Yeah.
That's why you got to suffer. Like in this world, that's why joy feels so good, because when you suffer and struggle and then you overcome and you win, winning feels so much better.
Yeah.
Because winning wouldn't feel that good if you didn't have to struggle.
Yeah. It's also reminds me of like people that grew up like in like a 1-bedroom house or something like that. Like they don't really complain about it. Like, oh, my childhood sucked or whatever. They're like proud of it, you know, like this is where I came from and blah, 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 you know. Because
when you make it, you're like, look at what you started with and now what you have now.
Thankful.
You're great. Yeah, you're appreciative 100%. Yeah. What do we turn into, like Jordan Peterson over here? Jordan Peterson and Rogan or what?
It's speaking from the heart, man.
I guess so. Quoting 50 Cent. I should have said the poet Curtis Jackson. Hey, man, his son better not come on this show and try to, like, talk noise.
I hope he does. We'll get Damon on him.
I'll get Damon for real. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Damon,
we ain't scared.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just like, our fans would, like, totally just, annihilate him. They're probably, like, cursing at him right now. They're like, oh, this blah, 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 blah. Dude, why would you treat your dad like that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know their dynamic. All I say is, like, I couldn't treat my dad that way. That's just me, though.
Would you treat your son like that?
Of course not. but what Curtis is trying to do, because I'm talking about Curtis the father. He's like, dude, you're already grown. Like, you need to grow up and, like, pay your own way. Like, I'm not gonna be paying your whole lifestyle forever. Like, I'm not Sean Combs.
That's true.
You got, dude, go make your own money. Go figure it out. Take out a business loan. Take out a loan from your dad and pay him back, That's how some people do it. Anyway. Some people, man. Silver spoon. See, that's what we were talking about. When you grow up in the penthouse and now you have to live a little bit more humbly, you don't want to because you're not used to that lifestyle. But if you started out in the poorhouse and you get to the penthouse, you're like, I did it. Nobody did it for me. I did it.
I just had a small loan of $1 million.
Hey, man. Small loan of $1 million in the 70s ain't what it is today. For those who know what we're talking about, you know what we're talking about. Always stirring the pot over there. What you got on today? What shirt you wearing?
It's just Across the Spider-Verse. It's from those Marvel boxes that I got. You got Miles Morales over here and then Gwen Stacy.
Is that a subscription
Spider-Gwen.
box?
Yeah. Okay. Marvel. They have different themes. This next one's probably going to be Wakanda Forever. It actually is. It is Wakanda Forever.
Disney getting all your money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on this weekend.
Not all of it.
Come get this weekend movie with Wakanda. Come get this subscription box. Oh, don't forget about the Disney Plus.
Don't forget to make your payment. They're like, oh, wait, we take that regardless.
Yeah, we're getting that. We get that automatic draft.
Yeah, and then those boxes are automatic too.
Man, that's rough, dude. I have a subscription, but I only have a coffee subscription.
Black Rifle.
Hey, speaking of Black Rifle out there, Bernie, Texas, if y'all would love to be a sponsor for the Paul Rodriguez Show, please let us know.
I'll drink that on the show.
I would gladly drink. I drink it every morning.
You gave me some one time.
I think I did.
Pretty good.
I collect some of the bags that they have because they have this one bag. It's a bear in a NASA suit, and it has like a rocket spaceship. I was like, that's pretty cool.
They don't sell like a toy of it or anything like that?
No, they probably sell like a mug or something. That's probably what they do. They had a commercial, like a 10-minute commercial with do you know who Hoonan is?
No.
Hoinin.
Is he an astronomer or?
Nah. Hoonan is like Hoonan Media Company. They do it's Travis Pastrana and Kent Block, those kind of dudes. They do like drifting and stuff like that.
Kent Block?
Yeah, Kent Block.
Oh.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Not the barbecue people. I ain't giving no free ads except for Black Rifle Coffee. If you like to do sponsorship, please let us know. PaulRodriguez.com. Hey man, you want to get paid? Payday. I can't believe we took that off the bed.
Payday.
Oh yeah, speaking of beds, we need to put Gregory's bed on the audio bed. I need to be able to control it.
We got copyright over that.
Shit.
You want to buy a license?
I'll gladly buy a license. Happily buy a license. You're like copyrighted, trademark, Dark Side of the Mic Inc. Speaking of Dark Side of the Mic, what's going on tomorrow?
We got a former amateur MMA.
Professional MMA.
Professional MMA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. and former CG coach, former bartender,
Former guest of the Paul Rodriguez Show.
former guest of the Paul Rodriguez Show, and now a real estate agent.
Current realtor.
Micah Franks
Yep.
coming on the show. It's gonna be a good one.
I think so. I think it'd be a real good show for you.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of guest for y'all. You ever had a professional athlete?
No.
Y'all have had professional author. Y'all have had professional comedians. You've had professional music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Professional shit talkers.
Professional. I think that's every week.
Yeah.
And then now a former professional athlete.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it.
What are you going to talk about?
The things I listed.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He also helped get a new HEB in town.
Subject.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know his life.
We'll find out tomorrow.
I don't know his life. I don't know what the statute of limitations are. Can't go that far.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Although I remember that day. It was a hoot. Ghost Spider. Is that what that is, Ghost Spider?
No.
I know Ghost Spider.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Nick Cage.
Yeah.
All day. OBJ's in the news. OBJ apparently reportedly suing Nike for, I guess, lack of payment. Nike's saying that OBJ didn't meet his contractual obligations, and OBJ is claiming that they he incurred about $20 million in damages from the contract with Nike. OBJ does go on to say it was a dream of his to become a brand icon for Nike, like his legends above him, Kobe, Michael, Tiger, maybe Tiger. I don't know if he said Tiger, but Tiger lost all that whenever, he got caught up in those entanglements. A certain actress would say entanglements. Who would you think that would be? Wrong answers
I
only.
don't even know.
Wrong answers only.
Got a joke. I just don't want to say it. Carla, an apology. It actually is Ghost Spider. Yeah, I know. No, but I'm used to calling her either just Gwen or Spider Gwen. Yeah. Yeah.
She must have children.
Or she's just a Marvel fan.
Oh, she's a Marvel. Yeah.
This one's coming out. I think by the end of this year, the Across the Spider-Verse. It's gonna be.
Is that the one with Post Malone does a song?
That was the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's Into the Spider-Verse, which was it's a good movie. I enjoy that movie. We still watch it to this date. Put it on. It's good. It has a good soundtrack. It's just like a good movie.
That boy, that's good. It's real good. He ain't lying. What movie?
That sounds like
Eddie Murphy.
Nutty Professor.
You're close. Go back
Meet
about
the Clumps.
Go back about 10 years. Coming to America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Coming to America. A lot of those. That's when Arsenio Hall was. So you remember the movie Barbershop?
Hmm?
Okay, so Cedric the Entertainer's character was, I think personally, is my opinion, it was based off Arsenio Hall's older version of the barber. Whenever he's in the chair eating chicken, they're like, "He ain't lying. That boy good. He ain't lying."
That's a good movie too, Barbershop.
Dude, yeah, it's a very good movie. Shout out to Mickey in the comments. What's Mickey saying?
His kid was talking about my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Go out and get her one, Mickey. Be a good daddy.
See? Shout out to all the parents out there. Shout out to all the moms, the dads, the custodial parents. I mean, the non-custodial parents. Everybody out there taking care of their kids. Shout out to y'all.
The aunties, the uncles.
The abuelos, the abuelas, gramps, grandmas. And all the legal, what's the designation they call them? Legal guardians. Legal guardians, yeah.
That's like if you're like adopted or.
Could be adopted. It could be anything, to be honest. Anybody who's taking care of that child, shout out to y'all. Ooh, that's a gambit right there. You think OBJ's in the right for suing for $20 million in damages?
Depends on if he has. I mean, if his claims are valid.
Yeah, this is going to be something that's going to be there's going to be a lot of arbitration that's going to probably go on for months and years, probably because these lawyers are going to get their money. And that's the funny thing about this is like defer, adjourn. It's like, come on, dude. Eventually, I'm going to have to come to a realization that somebody got to get paid. And who's going to get paid? They're going to probably, if I had to guess, they're going to settle it. It'll probably linger for 5 years. OBJ will be done. He'll be 40. He's going to want a nice little $10 million check, and they'll settle for $10 million.
Should get Jim Carrey as a lawyer.
Jim Carrey?
Fletcher Reed.
Good Tony Busby.
Liar.
Tony Busby, you get that money.
Yeah.
Tony
true.
Busby gets that money. Just saying.
You seen Liar?
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic.
I want to do so many lines, but then I don't want to do the lines.
Settle.
They should settle.
Yeah.
Could you ever sue somebody for 20? Hell, could you sell for somebody for $1 million? Is it in you? Do you think?
If I felt like they like did me wrong and like I was owed the money, yeah, but like, yeah, probably so.
Would you go through that much trouble?
That's what I was thinking about when you were telling that, because you were like defer, and I was like, man, I don't think I can handle that shit.
Right.
I would try my best to, of course, settle out of court, but I don't know. I things get sticky and all of that stuff. Especially when it comes to money.
And you're dealing with one of the biggest corporations in the world.
Mm-hmm. Like, good luck, OBJ.
Well, I don't think it's that more than it is the time that's going to kind of go by. And I just kind of think too, like, what is so bad? Like, what part of the business deal is so bad where one side's claiming damages and the other side is claiming like you didn't meet your contractual obligations, right? We're never going to know who's right, especially if they like settle out of court. But for someone of OBJ's caliber, probably a superstar. Global star? Would you call him a global star? Mm-hmm. Like, you think he's up there with like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi?
Yeah, and I think it's because of that catch. I think that catch is like so like iconic. I think a lot of people saw that.
Well, Terry McLaurin's catch last night was going to put that one in second place. Did you see that catch?
No.
We'll have to look up that highlight for Terry McLaurin's catch last night. Sick.
Better than Jefferson?
Better than Jefferson's.
Really?
That was a good catch too. But Scary Terry last night went off. He put Darius Slay in a box. Yeah, Darius Slay's probably number one corner in the NFL right now. He totally dominated him. But that's what I'm saying. OBJ is still having, like, Jerry Jones has OBJ all over Dallas. A lot of people are saying it's bullshit. They think Jerry's just selling merchandise right now.
Wolf tickets.
Could
Some
be.
kind of tickets.
Some kind of tickets. And then at the same time, OBJ is keeping his name prevalent with this lawsuit going down. Just filed yesterday against Nike, right? It's nuts. So that means, like, will he ever be able to wear like Jordans again? Or will he have to do like the Yeezys that are $20 now at Ross? No, for real. That's true.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He could just do the Shaqs.
Bro, Shaq made a lot of money at Walmart. Lots of money.
You like that when they go like the, I guess, I don't know, they make their money, but I mean, cheap route for affordable for like, families that can afford them, stuff like that. More affordable shoes.
Have you heard that story of why he did that?
No.
So, according to Shaq, he was at a game and there was a mother of a younger child, I guess, family member, and she was heckling him, like from the stands. She was heckling him, and he was like, she was like, how dare you make these babies out here pay such and such money for your shoes? Nobody can afford those shoes because they were expensive when he was with Reebok, when he first came out. And I remember that because those were like this is 1991, 92, and we're talking about $200 shoes in the early 90s. That's like a $500 bill today. Not bill, but $500. And he said, like, it hit him like a ton of bricks. He said, Shaq was like, it hit me, and then I was like, I don't want to be, making struggling moms out here, struggling families out here have to pay $200 for my shoes. And he, like, broke the contract with Reebok. He said he called them the next day and broke the contract and said, keep the money, I don't care. And then he said he called Walmart, and then he was like, make my shoe affordable. And so I remember people used to make fun of people with Shaq shoes.
Yeah,
and it's like,
they still do.
I'm sure they do. But listen, man, if you ain't got shoes, and this goes back to what we're talking about, like if you didn't have shoes growing up or you didn't have anything growing up, like a pair of brand new shoes means a lot to some people.
Hell yeah.
And so it's like, say what you want. You can go get $20 Shaq shoes, or somebody who's struggling is gonna have to scrounge up $300-$400 for these new kicks. And now you see what shoes are today. Like people have like shoe collections, don't even wear shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah, I never owned Shaqs, but I've owned like 2 pairs of Jordans in my life.
never owned a pair.
One I wore when I started working back at Kreitz. I like the concrete and the heat ate them up within a week, so I just threw them away.
Yeah.
And then the other ones I bought, I've worn them like 2 or 3 times. They're just like sitting in the box. I forgot I had them. They're
Right.
like buried under all this clothes. I was like, oh yeah.
So what would you rather have? Would you rather have a rare pair of Jordans or a like $1,000 pair of like Italian handmade shoes?
I've never worn anything like that.
Okay.
So
So let's say you got some gators, right? Let's say you got some Italian gator, alligator shoes. For all the animal people out there, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to make a realization here.
I don't
Would
want
you
nothing
take-
gator.
Okay, so high-end Italian leather shoes. Okay, would you take the expensive shoes, or would you take the sneakers?
I'd probably take the sneakers, man. I'm more of
take
a sneaker guy. Yeah.
Okay.
I dress up. I mean, even though like I do have a nice pair of like some nice shoes that like we would wear to like a wedding or something
Yeah.
or to church.
Uh-huh.
But I normally like if we go to like a company Christmas party or something, I usually just like put a button up with some jeans and sneakers. That's just like
I know.
just my style.
Cold as cold. I've seen you in a suit. You look pretty good in a suit.
Yeah.
You dress up well.
Yeah.
You should probably do that more often.
Yeah.
Me too. That's what they say. So you own a suit,
I do.
but you don't have like you have like high end shoes.
No, not like expensive. I went and bought some, but they're
Uh-huh.
not like people could step on them. I wouldn't give a shit.
Okay, so that's a no.
Yeah.
What about cowboy boots? You got some.
I have
you
never.
don't have.
I have
you don't
never.
have cowboy boots.
I have never worn a pair of cowboy.
Why?
boots. It's just not my style.
You've never thought about just to wear them, just to have them in Texas, just to have them. There are people who come to Texas from other states just to go buy cowboy boots, and you just never crossed your mind.
Nope.
Didn't want to be labeled a kicker in
I've
high
never
school.
worn a cowboy hat either.
Why?
Why should I? Like,
Just curious.
Look at me.
I'm looking.
You picture me wearing a cowboy hat?
Could you picture me wearing a cowboy hat?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Boots, cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been wearing those since I was like a kid. I don't know, it's just the way I grew up.
I won't wear like open toe anything either.
You don't wear like open toe sandals.
No.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm barely like barefooted.
interesting. Anything cowboy?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. Hey, they have some. Would you wear a sombrero?
I'd wear a sombrero.
Why? What's the difference? It's a cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat is like
What is a vaquero?
okay. No, a sombrero like a sombrero like
Yeah, it was. Who
I
wears
know,
those?
but it's not a cowboy hat.
bro.
A sombrero is not a cowboy hat.
Oh, okay. For the sake of argument, okay. But Cowboys wore them. Okay.
That's fine.
Vaqueros wore them. I'm gonna start calling them the Dias Vaqueros now, just to for this argument. So you would wear a sombrero.
Yeah.
So would you wear the?
At like a party, like I wouldn't be like, "Hey, I'm getting dressed up. I'm gonna wear a sombrero tonight."
So the dude so the guy who dresses up in the sombrero and the mariachi outfit in Green Bay, you wouldn't rock that look?
the sombrero,
No, the whole outfit. The
like he wears like a poncho, doesn't he?
No, bro, he wears a mariachi outfit, but it's green with yellow lace, and he's got the whole fit. You've never seen that?
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
Like you know how Aaron Jones wears that sombrero?
Right. That's who do you think gave it to him?
Yeah, I'd wear that.
Right, but I'm talking about the mariachi outfit. That's what I'm asking. With the sombrero.
Check him out real quick.
I can't believe you've never seen that.
Oh, man, it's a little too much, dude.
Embrace your heritage,
But
my guy.
it's nice. Like
it is nice.
Yeah,
it's
it's
professional. It looks professionally made.
Let me tell you, you give me a couple of shots of tequila,
Oh,
I'll
God.
wear anything except the
course.
cowboy hat.
Well, you have worn a certain cowboy mask,
Yeah,
so you're not opposed to everything.
I like to have fun.
He dabbles, ladies and gentlemen. He dabbles. 8:29. Let's get into a quick break. When we
Somebody's
come
gonna
back,
take that out of context. Yeah, he likes to have fun.
like to party,
Party hardy.
party hardy. All right, guys, let's get into a quick break. 8:29, 8:30. Give us a few minutes. We'll reset, come back, get off the rails a little bit more of a short show. I want to make sure that for everybody who has subscribed, we'll get that short out to everybody after the show. It'll be a standalone video on the YouTube Shorts. Shout out to YouTube for getting those shorts a lot of traffic. We do wholeheartedly appreciate it. Oh, Lordy. Lordy, Lordy. Give us 5. We'll be back. Maybe James will tell us a secret.
Hell no.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get off the rails. We were just talking about how the ruling people of the NFL maintain control over the officiating. We saw a lot of speculative calls over this past weekend. I just hope that when the Eagle fans see that face mask, they don't have to hear the Cowboys talk about pass interference with the Packers. Just gonna say, one happened and one did, or they both didn't, or they both did. Can't be both ways. Just gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had, like, I could understand if you had, like, the same officiating crew that was at both games. You know what I'm saying? But they're, like I was saying, they're people. They make mistakes. You know what I mean? I honestly think, like, what do you tell me why they don't do this? Instant replay on personal fouls, on pass interference, on holding, and all that stuff. Because I feel like you can point out holding on almost every fucking play if you wanted to.
100%. But what is that going to do?
Slow the game down?
What else? What else does that do? It slows the game down, but it slows the momentum of the offense. And what does the NFL want? They want lots of points. Lots of points, lots of views. That's why. Or the other side of it is that why are some calls made at certain times and others aren't?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you also see, like, you got to stay consistent because
consistency. What a noble thought.
like with like in basketball, especially, like, you see the way that
Stay with us, Mickey. Stay with us.
you see the way that, like, certain games are being called, like you know, like, I see it a lot in basketball more than I do in football.
True.
Probably because, you know, you have constant possessions up
Correct.
and down the court. So you can be like, oh, well, they're letting them play, or, you know, they're not letting you do shit this game. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of get a feel for the refs. And so
Right.
based on that, you know, all you can ask for is for it to stay consistent, you know?
But that's on the who should have that responsibility to ensure it stays consistent.
I guess the NFL.
And do you think the NFL gives a shit about that?
They should.
No, they shouldn't. All they care about is their bottom line. And they're going to ensure that the more points are scored, the more eyeballs are there so that they can sell more advertising space. Why do you think Goodell just did $100 billion deal with the TV networks? Because he knows if I give a product out there and we can control potentially the outcome, I'm not saying they do, I'm saying if they potentially could, then they're going to have a say on the direction of that game. And it's going to cause a lot of misery to a lot of fans, and it's going to cause a lot of joy for some fans. But everybody gets theirs. I firmly believe that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets theirs. Everybody's going to say, well, the Dallas Cowboys haven't had anything in 30 years. And it's like, well, you had 3 in a row. It could have been more if Jerry wasn't such a control freak. Packers could have had more if Mike McCarthy wasn't the head coach for as long as he was. San Francisco 49ers could have had more if Colin Kaepernick didn't
Neil.
do what he did. You know, Ray Lewis could have had more if he'd had an offense.
And if he didn't do what he did.
I'm touching all the hot topics right now. I'm going to touch all those hot players. Buffalo Bills could have done more if, you know, they could have won a Super Bowl if, you know, Dallas wasn't in their way. What happened with the Giants? What happened with the Eagles before that? Couldn't beat that NFC team. I don't know what to tell you.
Sports.
Josh Allen potentially has an injury to his elbow. You think that's a coincidence?
That's why I picked Minnesota on these last week's pick'ems, because I was like, well, Josh Allen may or may not be out, and he also is a little banged up. So I was like, I'll give the edge to Minnesota.
To Minnesota for this past week?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I won for that game.
Yeah.
Gotta make up ground somewhere. It's
Sure.
hard because we, for the majority, like, pick the same teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
But I feel like I'm slowly making up
We
ground.
know who's like a little bit stronger. But dude, little Kirko Cousins, man, like he's hot right now.
You said they were treating Heineke like that.
I'm sorry, but Heineke needs to be the quarterback of the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, for sure.
Because last
sure.
night they were interviewing Heineke after they're like, well, Carson Wentz is coming back next week. Do you think he'll be the quarterback? He's like, and he said it like a professional. He goes, if my name is called, I'll step up and I'll go out there and I'll perform. But, whatever the coaches want to do, I'll hear and I'll support Carson no matter what. And in my mind, I'm like, dude, you need to go to another team because you deserve to be a starting quarterback in this league.
Oh, man, I can't imagine myself. Like, hats off to him because I can't imagine myself. Like, I'd pop off, dude.
That's like a real life Any Given Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a real life Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
I just for the life of me, I was like, Carson Wentz is glass. He's overpaid.
He's ass.
He's hot trash, hot garbage for sure. And I'm just like, look, dude, I'm sure you're a great human being, but you cannot play the game at a high level. And little 5'11" Tyler Heineke can. I'm sorry.
Who in their right mind is like, we need a quarterback, and they're like looking at available quarterbacks, and they're like, where's Carson Wentz? Let's get Carson Wentz on our team.
I think a lot of it has to do with what he did in that season. The Philadelphia went to the Super Bowl, not the playoffs, but what led up to the playoffs. And they're like, he did it once, and you got to look, man. A lot of these GMs, they're stubborn, they're stuck in their ways, and they have all the control. And they're gonna say, well, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. And then you got to think to yourself, well, who's the best out there? And it's like, well, Tyler Heineke was obviously balling at the end of last year. Chase Young was literally saying, this is our quarterback when they beat a playoff team. And then you bring in Carson Wentz for what? So he can eat your cap and be stuck on the sideline and be on IR for 4 weeks? That makes no sense to me.
Clown. I don't know. Teams that have quarterbacks that aren't better than Carson Wentz that you can name off the top of your head.
Say that one more time.
So the teams out there starting quarterbacks are not better than Carson Wentz.
They're not better.
Not better. So Carson Wentz could be a starter and they would be better like where they are right now.
New England, if it's Mac Jones. If it's Bailey Zappi, I'll take Bailey Zappi over Carson Wentz.
Homie over there in Houston.
I'll take Mills over Wentz. I'll take Mills over Wentz. Who's the quarterback in Tennessee? Tannehill or Malik Willis? Tell me who it is.
Yeah.
I'll take Tannehill over Wentz, but I'll take Wentz over Malik Willis.
Tannehill sat last game, right?
Right. Well, he played a little bit and then
what's wrong with him? Is he injured?
He just got injury. Who else? Philly, no. Chicago, no. Packers, no. Minnesota, no. The Jets, no.
Whatever happened to remember Ron Rivera when he said quarterback when he was talking about the
yeah, he was talking about Carson Wentz.
Yeah, nothing ever like came of that or anything.
What's going to come of it?
What do you think of Ron Rivera? I don't mean to be sporadic here, but
I think he was a great member of the 1985 Chicago Bears. Bear down, and I think that he is a great defensive coordinator, and when he has a good quarterback, he can win football games. But I don't think I know he went to play for a Super Bowl, but I don't think he can win it. I think he's going to give you great production. I think he's a good human. I think he's a little too sensitive on some subjects. And, he's going to be the coach that gets you to the playoffs, but you'll never win a title. So could we use him in Dallas? Probably. Will we? No. Because Ron Rivera is his own man. And you got to think about what kind of job he's had to do in that cesspool of a dumpster fire that is Washington. Think about it.
Yeah.
They've had blatant corruption within the NFL with the Commanders. They've had a name change for political correctness. They've had flat out demeaning behavior towards women in the workplace. And they've been cooking their books to hide money away from the other owners of the NFL. It's a fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Meanwhile, they're in the middle of securing securities with Bank of America to sell the team. Leading candidates are Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z. No, I'm serious. Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z were caught having dinner this past
Yeah.
weekend to
I
potentially
heard about
negotiate the acquisition of the Washington Commanders. You do know that Jeff Bezos already has a deal with the NFL before the Thursday night prime games, right?
What do you mean before?
So all the statistics that are collected by the NFL are all stored in Amazon servers. You ever heard of AWS?
I don't know.
Yeah. So AWS, who does they analyze the analytics. They basically give percentages of like on this play, there's a certain percentage that they'll catch it.
yeah. Oh yeah. I have.
That's all Amazon.
Okay. Yeah. I have heard about
It's
that.
a matter of time before Jeff Bezos owns a team, and this is the present time to do it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And the NFL wants to let Jay-Z in. They do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you, but that's the way the world works
Yeah.
with the NFL. If they want you in, they'll let you in.
They don't want Kaepernick in?
Kaepernick got paid. Bought and sold for. Paid in full. Bye.
Adios.
Uh-huh.
Sell out.
No. He got his bag. Don't knock the hustle.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan for what he did, but dude, he did what he did. He did what he did. He had his activism, and he got the bag.
Yeah. But I don't want to I mean, I don't want to dive into the subject cuz, beating it with stick for so long, but it's like, was it about the money or was it about,
You tell me.
well,
Why did he raise the awareness?
In hindsight, it appears to be about the money. You know what I mean?
You get, all I like to do is present the information and you make up your mind. You make up your mind. Because if it was about activism, he wouldn't have taken $1, in my opinion. If it was about activism. But again, if you ain't got any shekels, if you don't have any coins, you can't change this world. I understand that point too. You can't be broke and change the world. It don't work like that.
No.
If you want to really change the world, it don't work like that.
We're changing the world one subscriber at a time.
I'm over here getting my Dan Pena on. Y'all don't need to know that name. Everybody's Dan Pena. This dude's an asshole. A lot of people think that. I get it.
Have you picking or
Picking?
given allegiance to a certain XFL team?
Oh no, I can't say that I have.
And also, how do you feel about the XFL?
I think it's a great concept. I think it's going to do okay, but
They got some notable coaches in
the
there.
only reason it's going to do okay is because it has the blessing of the NFL. All of these leagues that are coming up, USFL, with the approval of the NFL. XFL, with approval of the NFL. Danny Garcia, Dewey, they're going to do fantastic.
Dewey.
I call him Dewey. I'll call him Dewey. Mama call him Dewey. I'm going to call him Dewey.
Come on, man. Show some
Oh,
respect.
you know what? Papa Sapp, Warren Sapp. He called him Dewey. I'm going to call him Dewey.
You're not Warren Sapp.
Yeah, but that's my idol.
Warren Sapp's your idol?
I love me some Sapp. Love me Warren Sapp. That was my idol growing. I wanted to be Warren Sapp when I was in high school. I played that one technique like him. I saw him win the Super Bowl in 2002. That's my guy. I know he's crazy. I get it.
Yeah, I got asked that on the Pops and Shots podcast last night. I did a little 30-minute guest spot before I headed over here.
Uh-huh.
They had asked me because they pledged their allegiance the previous week to XFL team, and they're real big on that.
So who did they pick, or who did you pick?
I picked San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's head coach in San Antonio?
Dang it.
Hines Ward.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and that's the Brahmas, right?
Yes.
San Antonio Brahmas. Yeah. Mickey, I was about to say the Bahamas. San Antonio Bahamas. Yeah, I'll watch. Of
course.
Something different. Why not?
Did you watch the USFL?
Not so much.
So then why would you watch the XFL?
Because this is the XFL.
Vince is out too. Vince is out
I know
too.
that. I know that.
He didn't think a billionaire could get canceled. Well, he did.
You think he did?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Maybe he was like, fuck it. He's lurking in the back, collecting his, he's still getting his shit.
I don't know, man. So I think Stephanie done kicked him out. She told him, go home.
Go home, Dad. You're drunk.
Go home, Dad, you drunk. I don't think he drinks. I think he's on roids, but I don't think he drinks. And that's enough about the WWE.
Yeah.
Because if you start talking about that, you got to talk about Logan. You got to talk about McAfee. McAfee's been gone, though.
From WWE.
Yeah.
I saw a certain restaurant. Well, College Game Day was in Austin, right?
Oh, God. Where are you going with this?
No, I'm just saying a certain restaurant that has a restaurant here in town.
Oh,
served up some
yeah.
barbecue on College Game Day.
Now I know where you're going with it. Was it the originals or was it the
No, it was
the brother
Yeah, not the original.
T?
Yeah. TB.
Nah,
Not 12.
Don't even give him that. And I'm not talking about Terry Bradshaw. If you'd love to sponsor the show, we'd love to have you.
Yeah. You got to name them like you did Black Rifle.
Well, that's because it's different. Like I haven't eaten at T's.
Why not?
I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to it.
You just don't make it a point.
Now beef price is high, bro.
It is.
Beef price is bright. I'm poor. Hard out here for a Mexican. It's hard out here.
I see you eat good.
Oh, I eat
see
good
you
on,
eat good.
on Sunday. One day a week, I eat good. One day a week.
You call me. It's right there. Hop skipping away from my place. You call me up. We'll go over there.
Yeah. Who's gonna pay?
Business expense.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Business expense. You're learning. Good. You're
Business
learning.
meeting.
All right. Trying to see if there's anything else coming up right now. Wes, hope you feel better, bud. We're praying for you. We're thinking about you.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you were last place in a fantasy football league, who would be your top
gosh.
waiver wire target this week?
Top waiver wire? Who's available?
I mean, well, what's his name? Christian Watson's the number one waiver wire pickup. I think he was rostered in 3% of leagues. I don't see how he was rostered at that.
Well, for those who know, in my dynasty league, yeah, he's been on a roster he was drafted.
sure.
He was drafted.
Yeah.
Drafted high.
Of course, there's always a chance. It's because I see him there. He's the number one waiver wire pickup and wide receiver this week. And, of course, the question is, does he repeat?
I'll tell you who I think is a dark horse for waiver wire pickup. And that's the receiver, Torrey, for Green Bay. 87,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
I'd pick him up. Just see what happens.
They got Pacheco, running back from Kansas City, is out
So
there.
Pacheco's
also.
available?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I'd get Pacheco right now.
In my main league, there. So I've won one game. I'm on a 7-8 game losing streak.
I understand.
I'm too proud of it. But I have Derrick Henry, and I get so many trades every day. I'm just
What do you get offered?
Nothing.
What do you get?
I need a good. They got 3 mediocre players.
Okay. What do they have that would trade?
I need a good solid running back.
Okay, you already have one with Henry. So
Yeah, but if I'm gonna be trading him away,
what do you have besides that? What else?
what do I have? I'll tell you real quick. I don't even know how my team is. It's a mess, dude.
Are you strong at receiver?
No.
How are you weak all across the board?
Yeah, I am, dude. I don't know how I ended up in this position.
Where was your draft position?
Second.
Dude, you have no excuses.
So I got Geno Smith,
Okay.
Derrick Henry,
Okay.
AJ Dillon,
Good. Okay.
Jarvis Landry that I just picked up because I needed somebody. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because I had half my team on IR and on bye weeks and
Everybody
stuff.
was hurt. I got it.
Brandon Ayuk,
Okay.
Robert Tunyon, Peoples Jones,
Okay.
Bullock, kicker from Tennessee, Saints defense, which I had. I forgot who I had prior to this, but I just picked them up because the other one was on the bye week. Then I have Kenyon Drake, running back on my bench, Tyler Boyd, wide receiver from Cincinnati, Mike Williams, who I just traded for Jimmy Garoppolo. I released what's his name? Fucking Stafford. I released Stafford.
Okay.
I'm tired of him. I have Gesicki as a tight end, and then I also have Njoku. And I have 2 available spots that I need to
three tight ends.
because I just I just ended up with Well, I picked up Tunyon because Njoku was on the he was out for like 3 or 4 games, and then I had picked up Gesicki for. I'm probably gonna cut
If
him.
Pacheco's out there for you right now, go get him, and then I'll give you some more. I'll give you some more help after the show's over.
And then Marquise Hollywood Brown is on my IR.
Yeah.
And with him, I'm just like, dude, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I looked up like last week, and I was like, what's his status? And I couldn't find nothing. They were like coming back soon, and I was like, well,
If he's on IR, it's at least 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So whatever, just go back to when he's been started out, and then count 4 weeks, and could be 4, could be 6, could be 8,
Right.
could be a season.
Yeah.
You want to get off the rails a little bit?
Yeah.
It's 8:57. Let's do 15 minutes off the rails, then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
We did Wakanda. I watched A Christmas Carol last night, 1984.
You're getting in the Christmas mood.
Man,
already.
I'm ready to go, dude. As soon as I get paid, I'm gonna go buy some. What do they call them? The red flower poinsettias.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy some poinsettias. That's not the proper way to say it, but I'm gonna go buy probably like 3 or 4, put them around the tree. I got some boxes I'm saving. I'm gonna wrap them up to put like fake Christmas presents under the tree, just for like show. And then yeah, dude, get ready for Thanksgiving. I'm probably gonna eat like 2 or 3 pecan pies, not at once, but like over that time.
If I remember correctly from last year, you said you do like, man, I remember 3, but I feel like I'm undershooting it. 3 plates.
At Thanksgiving,
like easy, right off the bat.
So this is the way it starts. First, this is how it's gonna go for me. For me, it's gonna go. I'm gonna have a beverage, and it's gonna be chips and queso. Like chips and queso goes like with every holiday, birthday, whatever. It just is what it is.
And this is your chips and queso.
Yeah, this is the one I make.
You make it, okay.
Yeah,
which is good.
Pretty decent.
I can co-sign on it.
And so I start with a plate of that. And then when the turkey's done and we do the dinner, so that's one plate. There's 2 plates. And then I'm going to chill. I'm going to watch the Dallas game. Then I'm going to go make another plate, halftime of the Dallas game. And then come back, chill out, have some dessert. And then when it starts to get, nighttime for the late game, then that late game, we'll pour up a bourbon. We're going to do another plate. But this is what we do with the plate. We get the yeast rolls from Golden. And we got ham, and we're making 3 ham sandwiches, just ham and bread, and just watching the game. A little side of bourbon.
You get those rolls from Golden,
Bro, get like 4 dozen. Geek out on them, boy. Go down.
I like those Hawaiian rolls, dude.
Hawaiian rolls are great too, but the yeast rolls they got more texture on the outside, and they're soft and warm on the inside. The Hawaiian rolls they soft all the way around. I need a little texture for me.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I like the ham when it's cooked in the oven on the bone because it got a little more savory flavor. I don't want to say salty because then people are going to think something crazy, and I'm just going to say savory.
Yeah.
But no honey, no sweetness, no pineapple, no glaze. Your boy just likes it like smoke style, roasted. You can have all that glaze on the slide and all that on the side. That's great. But for me, no pineapples. I like pineapples by themselves, but no glaze, no nothing. And then no cranberry sauce for me. No cranberry.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna ask.
No
if there's one, you like it bone in.
I like that bone. I like that bone in. Bone in. Better believe it. I need it fuerte, bro.
If there's one dish that you don't eat that's a traditional Thanksgiving
I know you put this on there.
meal.
I almost stole it too. Put up.
It's a good question.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
What's one thing I don't?
Yeah.
100%. All you people in the comments on Dark Side who said the yams or sweet potatoes, y'all are just fronting. I'm sorry. I don't know what y'all eating. Y'all crazy. I gotta have my mama's sweet potato casserole with that honey, with the marshmallows, with the candied yams, with the candied pecans. It's a dessert really, but it's sweet potatoes. I love that. I gotta have that. That's what I will eat. Not eating cranberry, anything cranberry. Yeah, that's it. Like what else could you not eat? I'm eating green bean casserole. I'm eating the stuffing. I'm eating the turkey neck. I'm eating the legs. I'm eating the giblets. I'm doing the gravy.
Dick, if it's got it.
No, they don't put that in there. That's the turkey neck. I don't know what you cochinos talking about over here. You got to have the gizzards for the gravy.
Yeah.
Got to have that.
Yeah, they were tripping in there, dude. Stuffing. We're gonna let them have it tomorrow. Stuffing and then turkey.
They wouldn't eat turkey.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like I saw a lot of stuffing.
Why would? That's the best part.
Yeah, exactly.
Cornbread stuffing. You're not eating cornbread stuffing.
Shit, I am.
You crazy.
I don't mess with cranberry.
What's that Mexican? It's a Mexican like bread pudding. They call it tapioca or
Yeah, with raisins in it.
Yeah, do you eat that?
Capirotada.
Capirotada.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you eat that?
I do not.
I don't eat that either.
Don't like
That's one thing I
raisins,
don't
dude.
eat during holidays. I will not. It's a texture thing. I don't like soggy bread. So like if you get a sandwich, like if you get a homemade burger and you got white bread, you ain't got no buns, and that grease seeps into that bread and it gets nasty. Nah, bro. That's what I think about. I can't do it like that.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that either. I don't like raisins.
What about flan? Do you eat flan?
What is that?
It's the same crap. Same thing to me.
Really?
I think so.
Flan.
It's like a gelatin with a caramel, it's like a goat caramel. Nah, bro, not me.
You mess with eggnog?
Never. I've never tried it.
Really?
So I don't know. But I'm sure it's got liquor in it.
Yeah. You can get it like non-alcoholic.
Why would you want to do that?
Exactly. Put a whole bottle of Jameson in mine.
Oh, you're an Irish whiskey.
I like my whiskey.
You like Jameson like that?
I do.
All right.
I like Crown.
I know. I don't know why y'all like that Crown stuff so much.
Why not? It's just a little bottle. It's so easy to just pick up and be like,
Bro, you didn't even give yourself a proper glass?
proper 12.
No, not his Irish whiskey. But just like, get you a nice rocks glass, get you a cylinder piece of ice.
That's for later on in my life, dude.
You're there, bro.
No, I'm not.
How old are you?
33.
You're lying.
I'm 33.
89. Okay, 33.
Come on, man.
When you turn 35, you need to start drinking out of a proper glass.
Why?
I'm gonna buy you a proper glass set for Christmas, so you have a proper glass, literal glass, to enjoy your bourbon or whiskey or whatever. And then I'll start teaching you how to drink whiskey neat. You call it chugging out of the bottle. I call it drinking it neat, which means it has no ice, no other additives, no other ingredients.
Just straight?
Just drink it out of the glass.
That's fine.
I'll teach you how to drink.
I'll get there.
I'll teach you how to drink Turkey 101.
There are certain things like Crocs.
Kiss my ass.
My shorts. I used to be like real big on my shorts being like below my knee. I have since, like, as I get older, they keep coming up a little bit.
Lean like a cholo, side to side.
I used to wear like baggy clothes, not like too baggy, but I used to wear like larges. Now I wear like mediums because I like, not because I've gotten like slimmer. It's just because like I like my shit to fit. Like
Your
I want it
chain
to fit.
hang low, doesn't
Yeah,
What's this guy talking about?
yeah, just my.
You're growing up, man.
They had a night of drinking with me. That's what he's talking about.
I know
They're
that.
like, dude, you're fucking crazy when
I
you
know-
drink, and
I
I
know
was
that.
like,
Sorry.
yeah.
We just need to learn. We need to teach you how to rein it in. You're like a big old tuna fish out there in the wild, and you're like more like a shark. You just go out there, and once you're at that place, you're just like dun 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 dun. Dun.
I get
Gotta bring you in a little bit.
I hate when people are like, have you been drinking? Because then I'm like, fuck, how do I act like when I'm drinking? But I know I get like, I mean,
You
just
act,
let
you
loose.
have the most infectious smile when you're drinking. You just want to have fun.
Yeah.
You want to like roughhouse. It's almost like you're a kid, but you're an adult. But you don't mean any harm.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I'm just playing. Like you tell that to folks, but they're just like, regular James is a little bit more docile. He's a little bit more calm. You know, he's in dad mode. And then When that whiskey.
We were for the UFC on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we kind of just took it easy. I made what did I cook? I cooked some. Oh no, my sister made caldo, and so we went over there.
Okay.
And then the kid, I don't like caldo, so
Same.
it's so good, dude.
I bet it is, but
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, man. Like I grew up and my mom making soup in the middle of the summer. I'm just like, it's 150 degrees outside. Why are we in soup?
Yeah, they had a caldo, and then they had rice and salsa. Dude, I just poured it all together. I was eating chips. Like, I was in heaven. So that was at my sister's house, and then so we went home, got me a 12-pack, started drinking, and then played board games with the kiddos. We were just all in the living room having, like, family night while the fights were on. Good night.
Aww.
Yeah, but I had started drinking. One of the kids, they were doing something. And I was just cracking up, and my son was like, he's like, "Are you drunk already?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Why did you say that?" He's like, he just like imitated my laugh, and then I was like, "All right, whatever, dude."
That was your boy?
Yeah, he's
You mean your mini me?
yeah, he was like, yeah, he's a handful. Crazy.
That's hilarious.
There ain't nothing better than a drunk James.
Arguable. Producer James is pretty good. Yeah, he could be both.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, man. You want to send this bad boy out of here?
Dark side of the mic tomorrow.
Dark side of the mic tomorrow.
Check us out.
Appreciate everybody watching. We're going to do, after this show, probably within the next 15 minutes, we'll have the short uploaded with the instructions. They're going to be super simple
On what?
on YouTube.
No, like to do what?
No, you have to watch the short to get the information.
I know, but to win $100.
Get that $100 bill, you know. That's what it is.
Celebrating 100 subscribers.
Celebrating 100 subscribers. If you're new to the show, if you haven't seen it before, you're welcome to hit the bell for the notifications and subscribe as well. To everybody who has subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to Mickey and Carla in the chat, beating it up tonight. We really appreciate the engagement. It does do a lot. It helps out tremendously.
for sure.
I'm very grateful. So is James. Wes, we love you, bro. I hope you get better. I'm going to check on you here in a bit. But until then, watch out for the shorts. We'll see you next Monday. And maybe I can get my crown back. I don't know. James.
Do not put it on because you do not own it.
I do own this one, but I'm not the king.
You might have to order mine soon.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I got Wes has got his. So we're all gonna have the same one. It's just
I might have to order my own then.
you can modify it. You can put some little GB clips in there.
I'm gonna put some cheesehead spinners on
You
it.
can put some cheesehead spinners on it for sure. Whatever you do, doctor it up however you want. Appreciate everybody watching. Love yourself. Love your neighbors. See you next week.